Today we're breaking down how three of the biggest names in entertainment spend their millions on houses. And trust me, the differences are wild as hell. Kim Kardashian dropped $25 million on a minimalist beige palace in Hidden Hills that looks like a museum. Taylor Swift owns over $100 million in properties, including a $18 million Rhode Island mansion where she hosts legendary 4th of July parties with Blake Lively, and basically conquered an entire Tribeca block in NYC for $47.7 million. And then there's Eminem, who's worth $250 million but said nah to the Hollywood lifestyle and lives in one $4.75 million mansion in the same Detroit suburb he grew up in, complete with Fort Knox security and a recording studio in his basement. We're talking about a reality star turned billionaire, a pop icon with a real estate empire, and a rapper who stays loyal to his roots, and today we're showing you exactly where they're living. Before we dive into the most insane celebrity real estate showdown you've ever seen, we're grinding to hit 1,000 subscribers and we need your help, so smash that subscribe button right now. Taylor Swift is not only an icon in music, but also in real estate, amassing a property portfolio worth over $100 million spread across the USA. Since reaching billionaire status last year, thanks largely to her record-breaking Eras tour, Taylor's collection of homes has drawn plenty of attention. Today we're diving into her most insane properties, from her legendary Rhode Island party mansion to her Tribeca empire in NYC. And trust me, these cribs are next level. The Rhode Island Party Palace. Since 2013, Taylor Swift has owned an iconic Rhode Island mansion, which she reportedly purchased in cash for $17.75 million. Yeah, cash. Like she just walked in with a briefcase full of hundreds or something. Known as Holiday House, this home sits on a prime 5.23-acre waterfront lot on the highest point in Watch Hill, offering spectacular views of Fisher's Island Sound, Little Narragansett Bay, and the Watch Hill Lighthouse. With 700 feet of shoreline and access to the Atlantic Ocean, it's no wonder this property has become the setting for some of Taylor's most memorable parties. From her legendary 4th of July gatherings to her more recent celebrity-packed get-togethers, Swift has hosted some major parties over the last year, celebrating with friends as she took breaks from her Eras tour. The guest list? We're talking Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper, and her boyfriend Travis Kelce. You know, just casual Tuesday vibes. At one of the bigger parties, photos showed the A-list crowd enjoying the large outdoor space, taking in the ocean views from the terraces and making full use of the private beach. Because when you're Taylor Swift, your backyard is literally the Atlantic Ocean. Taylor's mansion spans 12,000 square feet and features 8 bedrooms, 8 fireplaces, high ceilings, and a pool. The interior combines classic charm with modern touches, including a dining room that seats 8, a sub-zero fridge in the kitchen, and period features like hardwood floors, crown molding, and fireplaces from the original 1904 construction. Swift often shares glimpses of the home's cozy and elegant spaces during gatherings. One famous, now deleted Instagram post showed her and her friends, like Gigi Hadid, hanging around her kitchen island. Just casually chilling in a multi-million-dollar mansion like it's a college dorm. But here's where it gets really interesting. Swift's mansion has a rich history that even inspired one of her songs. In her 2020 track, The Last Great American Dynasty, she recounts the story of the home's previous owner, Rebecca Harkness, widow of Standard Oil heir William Hale Harkness. Together, they called the mansion Holiday House. Swift learned about Harkness when she first toured the home, and the song details the colorful life of Harkness, who filled the estate with lively parties before it sat vacant for 50 years. The lyrics reflect the legacy that she's created within the walls of this historic home. Pretty dope when you buy a house so legendary it becomes a whole song. Over the years, Taylor's Rhode Island mansion has become more than just a residence. It's a beloved gathering spot for friends, a retreat for family, and an unforgettable part of her life. Whether she's hosting her girls' squad on the sandy shoreline or just enjoying the incredible views, Swift has turned Holiday House into a destination. With an assessed value now exceeding over $20 million, this mansion remains one of the most recognizable celebrity homes, full of history, luxury, and charm. The Tribeca takeover. While Taylor adores her Rhode Island retreat, she also loves New York City, where she has plenty of real estate. And when I say plenty, I mean she basically bought out an entire neighborhood. In Manhattan, Taylor essentially claimed a piece of Tribeca for herself, spending $47.7 million on a series of properties over the years. Yeah, she basically bought an entire block. Because why settle for one apartment when you can own the whole building? And here's the thing about Tribeca, it's not just expensive, it's exclusive. We're talking about the same neighborhood where Jay-Z and Beyoncé live, where the average apartment costs millions. And Taylor just casually dropped nearly $50 million to create her own personal compound. That's some mob boss level real estate strategy right there. Her launch into Tribeca began in 2014, when she purchased 2 neighboring penthouses for $19.95 million. Then, in 2018, she added a 3,500 square foot unit on the second floor of the same building for nearly $10 million. At this point, she's just playing Monopoly with real buildings. Swift's Tribeca duplex boasts stunning interiors and unique features, including an indoor pool. Because apparently outdoor pools are for peasants. The master suite offers floor-to-ceiling windows with breathtaking views of Manhattan, while each bedroom showcases its own distinct style and charm. Imagine waking up every morning and seeing the entire Manhattan skyline from your bed. That's not a vacation, that's just Tuesday for Taylor. Throughout the space, classic elements like chandeliers and ornate headboards add old-world elegance. The informal dining room features a wall of windows and a pass-through window to the kitchen, which is equipped with stainless steel appliances. Other highlights include a double-height living room with grand chandelier and fireplace, as well as a cozy den with a second fireplace and beamed ceilings. Bro's got more fireplaces than most people have rooms. Like, who needs that many fireplaces in New York City? But when you're Taylor Swift, you don't ask why, you ask why not? In 2017, Taylor expanded her Tribeca compound by purchasing a historic 4-story townhouse next door for $18 million. This 100-year-old home includes a gym, spa, antique wide plankwood floors, and a landscape terrace with a Japanese paperglass wall. At this point, she's not buying property, she's building an empire. The Cornelia Street connection. Now, another notable property in Taylor's real estate history is her former rental townhouse on Cornelia Street in the West Village, which she rented in 2016 during her Tribeca renovation. This 153-year-old former carriage house with a charming brick exterior and modern interiors last hit the market for $17.99 million. This house inspired her song, Cornelia Street, adding a personal touch to the historic residence. Originally available for rent at $45,000 a month, it's now a sought-after piece of Swift's NYC legacy. Yeah, $45,000 a month rent. That's more than most people make in a year, and she was just using it as a temporary crash pad while her real place was getting updated. Think about that for a second. Most people stress about finding a place to crash for a few months during renovations. Maybe they stay with family or rent a cheap Airbnb. Taylor? She drops $45,000 a month on a temporary rental and then writes a hit song about the street it's on. The house is now worth way more than it was before, probably just because Taylor lived there. That's the kind of power we're talking about here. What's wild is that Taylor's not just buying these places to show off. Each property has a story, a history, and a purpose. The Rhode Island mansion became the backdrop for some of her most iconic moments, and even inspired one of her songs. The Tribeca complex gives her privacy and luxury in the heart of Manhattan while also serving as a fortress against paparazzi. The Cornelia Street rental became immortalized in her music and turned into a tourist destination. She's not just collecting real estate, she's collecting experiences, memories, and stories. And when you're worth over $1 billion, you can afford to make every home legendary. But here's what separates Taylor from a lot of other celebrities. She actually uses these places. She's not just buying properties as investments or tax write-offs. She's hosting legendary parties, creating memories with friends, and living her life in these spaces. And let's be real about the money for a second. Taylor's real estate portfolio is worth over $100 million. That sounds insane, and it is. But when you consider that she's a billionaire, that means she's only spent about 10% of her net worth on real estate. Kim Kardashian is worth over $1.7 billion. And while everyone knows her from Keeping Up with the Kardashians and that one tape we don't talk about, what people don't realize is that she's built one of the most impressive real estate portfolios in Hollywood. We're talking about a $25 million minimalist mansion that looks like it's from the future, and enough property to basically own her own neighborhood. Today we're breaking down Kim's real estate empire, and trust me, this is next level bougie. Before we dive in, we're grinding to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we need your help. If you're about to see how a reality TV star turned herself into a $1.7 billion empire, smash that subscribe button right now. The Hidden Hills Fortress. Let's start with the crown jewel, Kim's massive estate in Hidden Hills, California. This is the most exclusive gated community in LA, about 30 miles from downtown, where neighbors include Drake, The Weeknd, and basically every Kardashian Jenner. Kim's estate spans 3 acres, plus she bought the 1.5-acre lot next door. She literally bought the neighbor's house just so she wouldn't have neighbors. That's peak Kardashian energy. The mansion itself is 17,000 square feet, 8.5 times bigger than the average American home. Built in 2012, Kim and Kanye bought it in 2014 for $20 million. Then spent 4 years completely gutting and redesigning it with designers Axel Vervoord and Vincent Van Dyson. By 2018, the value hit $25 million. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is where it gets wild. Kim's house is the complete opposite of what you'd expect from a Kardashian. No animal prints, no over-the-top chandeliers, no gold-plated toilets. Instead, it's all about modern minimalism with Japanese Zen aesthetics. The color palette is entirely neutral, various shades of beige, cream, white, and gray. Every single room flows into the next with this monochromatic scheme. It's like someone asked, "What if we made a house entirely out of oatmeal?" And Kim said, "Say no more." The whole place looks like a Kanye West album cover come to life. The home has 8 spacious bedrooms, each designed with the same minimalist approach. Clean lines, no clutter, and massive windows that let in natural light. The bedrooms aren't just rooms, they're sanctuaries. High ceilings, custom built-in furniture, and that signature neutral palette throughout. Then there are 2 grand living rooms. The main living room features floor-to-ceiling windows, low-profile furniture that looks like it's floating, and absolutely zero visual clutter. Everything is symmetrical, balanced, and perfectly placed. The second living room is more intimate but follows the same design philosophy: less is more, and if it's not beige, it doesn't belong. 10 luxurious bathrooms spread throughout the house. And these aren't your regular bathrooms. We're talking about spa-like spaces with custom stonework, minimalist fixtures, floating vanities, and soaking tubs that look like modern art installations. Each bathroom has heated floors, because walking on cold tiles is for peasants. The showers are massive walk-in designs with rainfall showerheads and body jets. Some bathrooms have floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the private gardens, giving you views while you know. The modern open-concept kitchen is a masterpiece of design. Custom cabinetry with no visible handles, everything is pushed to open. The countertops are made from a single slab of stone that probably costs more than a new car. Top-of-the-line appliances are all built in and hidden behind matching panels, so you can barely tell there's a kitchen there. It's got dual islands, a professional-grade range, a wine fridge that holds hundreds of bottles, and a walk-in pantry that's bigger than most studio apartments. The dining area connects seamlessly with seating for at least 12 people around a custom table. The primary suite is basically its own apartment. It comes with a private sitting area with a fireplace, a workspace, and those massive floor-to-ceiling windows with views of the entire property. The bed is custom designed and sits on a raised platform, making it feel like a floating cloud. And then there's the walk-in closet. This isn't just a closet, it's a luxury boutique. Multiple rooms dedicated to different categories, one for shoes, probably 500 plus pairs, one for handbags, one for jewelry, and separate sections for casual wear, formal wear, and her endless collection of schemes. The closet has its own lighting system, a seating area for trying things on, and probably better organization than most stores. For ultimate relaxation, there's a private spa, sauna, and steam room built into the house. The spa area includes a massage room with professional equipment, a meditation space, and a full bathroom with a soaking tub. The sauna is custom built with premium wood and can fit multiple people. The steam room has built-in seating and chromotherapy lighting that changes colors to match your mood or energy needs. Throughout the entire house, every detail is intentional. The furniture is hand-selected, mostly custom pieces designed specifically for the space. The artwork is minimal, a few carefully chosen pieces that don't distract from the architecture. The lighting is all built in, no visible fixtures, just soft ambient light that seems to come from nowhere. Natural light flows through the space thanks to strategically placed windows and skylights. The floors are a mix of polished concrete and wide plank hardwood in that same neutral tone. There's also a home theater, but even that's minimalist. Instead of the typical red velvet and popcorn machine aesthetic, it's all clean lines with comfortable seating, state-of-the-art sound system, and a projection system that rivals actual movie theaters. The outdoor paradise exterior deep dive. Step outside, and the minimalist aesthetic continues seamlessly. The exterior of the house is just as carefully designed as the interior, with clean architectural lines, massive glass walls, and that same neutral color palette in the stonework and concrete. A lush, expansive garden surrounds the entire property, professionally landscaped with rare specimen trees, perfectly manicured hedges, and native California plants that create privacy without feeling closed in. The landscaping alone probably costs hundreds of thousands a year to maintain. There are multiple outdoor seating areas with custom furniture, fire pits, and covered lounge spaces perfect for California's year-round weather. The pool is a masterpiece of design. This isn't just some rectangular pool, it's a sleek, minimalist infinity-edge design that stretches across the yard like a mirror reflecting the sky. The pool is surrounded by the same neutral-tone stone and concrete that matches the house. There's a shallow lounging area, a deeper section for actual swimming, and integrated lighting that makes it glow at night. The pool deck is massive, with built-in seating, a covered cabana area, and probably more square footage than most people's entire yards. Next to the pool is a full outdoor kitchen and dining area. We're talking professional-grade grills, a pizza oven, refrigeration, a bar area, and a dining table that seats at least 16 people. The outdoor kitchen is covered by a modern pergola structure that provides shade while maintaining those open-air vibes. This is where Kim probably hosts her famous family gatherings when the weather's nice. There are multiple pathways throughout the property, all perfectly landscaped with lighting embedded in the ground. These paths connect different areas of the property, from the main house to the pool area, to the basketball court, to the various garden spaces. Everything flows together seamlessly. Eminem is one of the best-selling artists of all time, with over 220 million records sold worldwide and a net worth around $250 million. But here's the wild part: unlike most celebrities who collect mansions like Pokemon cards, Eminem keeps it relatively low-key. The dude who rapped about blowing up like the World Trade lives in the same Detroit suburb he's called home for decades. Today we're breaking down Eminem's surprisingly modest real estate empire, and trust me, it's not what you'd expect from a hip-hop legend. Before we dive into Eminem's real estate empire, we're grinding to hit 1,000 subscribers, and we need your help. If you're about to learn how Slim Shady spends his millions, take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about how the rap god lives. The Rochester Hills Fortress. Let's start with Eminem's main crib, a massive mansion in Rochester Hills, Michigan that he bought in 2003 for $4.75 million. Now, $4.75 million sounds like a lot, and it is for normal people. But for a guy worth $250 million who could literally buy a private island, this is actually pretty reasonable. That's like someone making $100,000 buying a $2,000 car. He's being financially responsible, The mansion sits on 5.69 acres of heavily gated property. And when I say heavily gated, I mean Fort Knox level security. We're talking electric gates, security cameras everywhere, guards posted 24/7, and privacy hedges so thick you'd need a machete to get through. Eminem is not playing around when it comes to keeping people out. After all the crazy fans and death threats over the years, can you blame him? The house itself spans about 15,000 square feet, which is huge but not stupid big like other celebrity mansions. It has 6 bedrooms and 9.5 bathrooms. That's a lot of bathrooms, but hey, when you've got 3 daughters and a crew rolling through, you need the space. The half bathroom is probably just for when someone needs to pee real quick without committing to a full bathroom experience. Inside, the place is surprisingly normal for a celebrity home. Eminem isn't into the flashy, gold-plated everything lifestyle. No tiger striped carpets, no indoor waterfalls, no stripper poles, well, maybe one, we don't know for sure. The interior is more modern and understated with hardwood floors, high ceilings, and a neutral color palette. It's giving. Successful suburban dad. More than rap legend. The property features a guardhouse at the entrance, a guest house for when people visit, a pool house with an indoor-outdoor pool, a tennis court, and a full spa. There's also a cabana, multiple decks and patios for outdoor entertaining, and a 5-car garage. Because even Eminem needs somewhere to park his collection of cars that he probably barely drives. One of the wildest features? The house has a recording studio built right in. Makes sense why drive to the studio when you can just walk downstairs and lay down tracks in your pajamas? This is where a lot of his later albums were probably recorded. The property is so private that there are barely any photos of the inside. Eminem keeps his personal life on lockdown harder than Area 51. Even Google Earth has trouble getting good shots because of all the trees and privacy measures. The man really said, "I'm gonna be famous and invisible at the same time." And somehow pulled it off. The Clinton Township house he gave away. Before the Rochester Hills mansion, Eminem owned a smaller house in Clinton Township, Michigan. He bought this place in 2000 for $1.48 million when he was first blowing up. This 8,900 square foot house had 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, sitting on nearly 2 acres. But here's where it gets interesting. After Eminem moved to his bigger Rochester Hills spot, he didn't sell this house. Instead, he gave it to his ex-wife Kim to live in with their daughter Haley. Yeah, the same Kim he brutally dissed in multiple songs. The same Kim from Kim, where he, well, you know that song. Despite all the chaos in their relationship, Eminem made sure his daughter and her mom had a nice place to live. Kim eventually sold the house in 2017 for $1.9 million, making a decent profit. So even Eminem's old house that he gave away for free made someone money. That's real estate luck right there. The Michigan loyalty. Here's what's wild about Eminem's real estate game. The man is worth $250 million and could live literally anywhere in the world. He could have a penthouse in Manhattan, a beach house in Malibu, a villa in the south of France. But nah, Slim Shady stays in Michigan. Specifically, the Detroit suburbs where he grew up. Most celebrities bounce the second they make it big. They move to LA or Miami, buying multiple mansions in different states to show off their wealth. Not Eminem. The dude made it out of 8 Mile, became one of the biggest rappers alive, and said, "Yeah, I'm still gonna live 20 minutes from where I grew up." That's some real loyalty right there. Part of it is about staying close to family. His daughters went to school in Michigan, his brother lives nearby, and his crew is all local. But it's also about staying grounded. Eminem's whole brand is built on being real, being authentic, and not forgetting where he came from. Hard to rap about struggle and staying true when you're living in a Hollywood mansion next to the Kardashians. The other thing is cost of living. That $4.75 million mansion in Michigan would easily be $30 to $40 million in Los Angeles or New York for the same amount of space and land. By staying in Michigan, Eminem gets way more value for his money. That's actually a smart financial move disguised as loyalty. Before we continue, quick reminder, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers and every single one of you matters. If you're vibing with this look into how Eminem lives, take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep making these videos. Alright, back to Marshall Mathers' real estate moves. The investment properties. While Eminem keeps his personal life super private, there are reports that he owns several investment properties around Detroit through various LLCs. Smart move: buy property in your hometown when you're rich, wait for the area to develop, and watch your investment multiply. Detroit has been going through major revitalization over the past decade, with property values increasing significantly in certain neighborhoods. Eminem and other Detroit natives like Dan Gilbert have been investing in the city, betting on its comeback. What was once dirt cheap real estate is now appreciating rapidly. Eminem's team has been tight-lipped about exactly what he owns, but real estate records suggest he has stakes in several commercial properties and possibly some residential units. The man is quietly building wealth while everyone assumes he just has one mansion. That's how you do rich person shit: loud about the music, silent about the investments. The studio compound. Eminem also has ownership stakes in the Effigy Studios building in Detroit, where he records and produces music. While this is technically a business property, it's worth mentioning because the man basically owns his entire creative process from start to finish. The studio is located in a nondescript building in Ferndale, Michigan, because of course Eminem's recording studio doesn't look like a recording studio. It looks like a random office building. This is where a lot of the magic happens, where he writes, records, produces, and helps develop other artists through his Shady Records label. Having your own studio space is a massive financial move. Instead of paying hundreds of thousands in studio rental fees over the years, Eminem invested in owning the space. Now he can record whenever he wants, for however long he wants, without worrying about hourly rates. Plus, he can rent it out to other artists when he's not using it. Passive income, baby.